Hello, this is Teacher Wayne and I'm continuing my 2018 series on the zombie survival game. In the last video we had the zombie behavior. We looked at some of the setup. We put the initial zombie model on the screen, but the focus of this video is to get the animation process done for that zombie so that we can look at it, we can get an animation controller working and have a look at how all that works, because we're going to be, after that, we're going to be using some C# script to engage with that animation and get the zombie moving around the screen following the player. So left it on the last video. We got our zombie there. He's got no animation controller, so what we're going to do is we're going to create an animation controller, and that's what I'm going to show you. So down here what we want to do is I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to just simply call it animations, and we're going to put all the sort of stuff to do with the zombie in there. Now what we want to do is, because we've imported the zombie, if we go to zombie, he's got its own animation folder here. We've got all these different animations, which are brilliant, and it's also got a zombie controller, but we're not interested in any of them. We're going to be using these different sequences here, so we're going to be coming to this folder in a little while. So let's go back to ours, animation, and in here we're going to create an animation controller, and there it is. And I'm going to rename this zombie animation controller. This is one that we are making. Now when I double click on this, it opens up, it says the animator, and if you look here you've got an entry and an any state. There's also something called exit as well, which, oh, there it is. I'll drag that down here. You've got 3 states by default. Entry, that's how you come in, and exit is how you cut the zombie behaves when it comes out. So the entry state, what we're going to do is we're going to go back, assets, imported assets, zombie, animations. The entry state of our zombie is always going to be idle. We don't want it to be walking, we don't want to be attacking by default. It's always going to be idle. So we'll grab the idle and we just drag and we drop it. And as you see, as I put it in, this here, can you see the little arrow comes in? This is the what's known as the default state. So when it entry means this is when it starts, it's going to go automatically to an idle state. And then we're also going to have another state. We're going to have an attack state. So I'll just drag and drop the attack, and I'll put that there. We're also going to have a walk. It's going to do a lot of walking, so that's probably going to be the second most important one. And then we're going to have one final stage called falling back, which is basically it dying. Let's just move this over here so I can see what I'm doing a bit. So falling back, we're going to put that there. So we've got other different stages. It can be an idle as the default stage. So what we're going to do is we're going to create what's known as transitions between these various different states. But with these transitions are going to be triggered with a variable. It's going to be a Boolean variable. Now a Boolean variable is a special type of variable. It can have 2 states, true or false. So if it's true, it's like an on and off switch. I'm going to create a list of these little variables, and these are what we're going to be accessing in our script later. So this is why we do the animations first. So here I'm going to create a bool. I'm going to call it is walk. Is it walking? I'm going to create another one called bool. Is it attacking? Oops, spelled attacking wrong. And I'm going to create another one. And the bool is dead. Is the zombie dead? So is it walking? Is it attacking? Is it dead? I've missed one out. The most important one, is it idle? In other words, is it doing nothing? Is idle. So it's got 4 states, and if I click that box, that means it's true. If I don't untick it, it means it's false. It's as simple as that. I'm going to assign these states to how they transition between it. So if I click on idle here, I right click, you've got this option called make transition. So it'll move from idle to attack if is attacking true. So we make a transition to an attack. And if I click on this little arrow, little thing here, can you see I've got conditions here. As this has exit time, don't worry about that, let's leave it as default. Here we click a little plus, and we've got all the variables that we defined over there here. So is attacking, so we want is attacking because it's going from idle to attacking, the arrow's pointing that way. If that is true, then we go down the arrow, and same for attack, we want to go to idle, and if I click on the line again, and we want it as if it's idle is true, we move from attacking to it. So you can go from a place where the zombie is attacking you, but the player moves away so far away that the zombie just goes into an idle state and does nothing, just waits for something to happen. So idle, let's go from idle to walk now. So we make a transition from idle to walk, and click on there, and it's basically saying he's walking. It's coming by default. If walking is true, we go there, and if it goes from walking, we can have a place where the player moves out of range, and then the zombie becomes idle. Yeah, I think you're getting the hang of it. And then we're going to do one from idle to there, and we can have is he dead? He can be idle to dead, and doesn't get shot and is out of range. And we can have no, we're never going to have a transaction. I'm going to delete that. Did that by accident. There we are. You're never going to have a state where he can't undie, so he's not going to be a bit ironic, undie. But we can have a stage where, I'm just moving these over here a bit, we can have a stage, I'll put the exit over there because we will, oops, we can go from walking to attack without the idle state. So I'm going to put a link between these two. So we can go from walk to attack, and that is simple. We can go from walking, sorry, not is walking, we can go from is attacking, it can go straight to attacking, and we can have an attacking to walking, and we can have it where it's walking is true. So can you see we can have lots of different ways, and we can go from attacking to dying as well. If we've been, oops, make a transition, we can have it so that he is, if he dies, obviously there's no way back from death. Transaction to there, we can have it, it can go is dead. So we check that says is dead. These three should all say is dead. So basically they can all go, if we go, we can have a, when he dies, it's going to exit the transition as well. Can you see it? So this is a nice little animation sequence I've got going. Now the default stage is idle. So idle I want to take as there. So that is the default state of the zombie. And that is an animation sequence we've just set up. So let's have a look at it in the game. So if we go back to scene, click here. Now we've got, see there's no controller here, so we go to animations, click again on the zombie, grab that one and just drag it and drop it to there. So now we've had our animation controller. Let's press play and see what happens. There you are. Can you see he's gone to his default stage? That is his idle state. He just sort of goes into that mode like that, just moves around, sways his body around. That is the idle state. So it has worked quite beautifully. Okay, that's as far as I want to get in this video, and this is Teacher Wayne calling Goodbye for now, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.